So, vlogging in the rain seemed to just be the right thing to do. A new video series I want to start is to help people with their depression, actually, because, you know, depression sucks. And there's a lot that, you know, you feel you can't do about it, but there is. And, you know, everybody gets down, dude. I mean, granted, some get down more than others. Some bounce back harder than others. And some take a whole lot of shit they think, like, it's just going to keep adding and adding and adding. Like, it's never going to get any better. Me personally, I'm a victim of that. To be honest with everybody. I mean, hey, dude, I deal with depression and anxiety on a daily basis. And I have my good days and I have my bad days. And, you know, believe it or not all people, you know, take pills for it. It's a choice. And I understand I made the conscious choice to not take pills to deal with it, because it's like, you know, I don't want anything that's habit forming. I don't want to have to rely on medication for me to be normal. But then again, what is normal? I mean, you know, when we really think about it. And let's take today, for example. I got depressed and down because I went to my job interview, and I knew more than the guy that was interviewing me, and he's supposed to be the head of the IT for that particular site. And I started mentioning how I'm good at Dreamweaver, I know Photoshop, GIMP, Apache, Drupal, I know HTML5, CSS3, I know a minor bit of Java, I know about the W3C. And he just flat out told me, well, here we just do Google Sites, you know, because we try to keep everything point and click and keep it real simple for the faculty. And, you know, I was like, yeah, simplicity is fine. I told him flat out, simplicity is the grandfather of productivity. Because, you know, the simpler things are, the more productive people can be. There's no downtime to teach. But aside from that little tangent, you know, when I was walking out of the office, I was like, dude, like, I pretty much I sunk my own submarine. I killed my chance of getting a job. Because, you know, believe it or not, there is such a thing as being overqualified for things. And a lot of the times, companies don't want to even look at you a second time to where it'll be okay for you to, you know, get that job. They'll just be like, nah, dude. So, I'm in a predicament in my life right now where I'm overqualified for a lot of the little simple jobs, but I'm not quite there yet. Like, I'm this close to getting, like, the good paying jobs, because, you know, I need a few certs. But where that all ties into this story, or I should say this little shindig I'm trying to have go on right here, is that depression and anxiety are very, very real issues, and not everybody can handle it in the same way. Me, I get down, I get quiet, my mind runs away with me, and, you know, it hurts a lot of the people that I'm around. I mean, because it's not like it's their fault. It's just something that happens. And then, you know, the people that really give a damn about you in your life, they're going to sit there and be like, well, you know, you can talk to us, or, oh, you know, well, we're always here for you, and stuff like that. You know, a majority of the time that is true. A majority of the time you're going to have people in your life that are going to be there for you. But a lot of the times, dude, you know, you have to remind yourself sometimes that when all those people are gone, or if they're not in reach, you got to really, really, like, stand strong. And I know it's easier said than done. That's for sure. I do that. I do it a lot. I do it to myself. And I'm hoping that, you know, this video gets shared, because as a person that deals with it and who's not going to a professional, so to speak, or is not taking any medication, like, I hope sincerely that they get something out of this. You know, you should always remind yourself that you have a lot of things to live for, because you really do. I mean, you shouldn't let things like money and status and anything stupid like that define who you are. Because what we all have to realize is that when we're growing up, from the time that we're coherent enough to have our own thoughts and to have our own feelings, and as we mature, we defined ourselves a long time ago. And that's why we have the friendships that we do, and that's why we have relationships that we do. Now, I mean, if I had to be really, really honest, I would say that I've gotten to the point where I let it control me, and I shouldn't. And it's terrible, and I wish I could stop. But with these steps, and I know everybody said that too, like, I wish I can stop. And there's ways that you can. And that's what I want to talk to everybody about. Aside of reminding, yourself that you have tons of things to live for, you got to really look at the people in your life. You have to, dude. I have a wife. Okay, I'm married. I've been married since 1 year ago tomorrow. And then, but that's another story entirely. But, as of 1 year ago tomorrow, I've been married. And I know it's been hard on my wife, and it's been hard on me too. Because when you choose in your life to listen to other people, and you choose to not let yourself be happy because you're letting other people in your head, it's disastrous. It's a battle you're never going to win. And I can tell you that right now. You're never going to win it. Let's go ahead and say, like, you get the money. You get that job. For some of you who are single and that's depressing, it's like, okay, you find that person you want to be with, or to some of you that just want that shot to go prove yourself. Let's say you get that shot. If you spend all your time on all those tiny little bullshit things in your life, when you finally get it, it's not going to be that fulfilling. It's really not. It's like, right now as it sits, and I'll go ahead and tell everybody a little tidbit. Right now, I was a sub-para educator. And for everybody that doesn't know what that is, basically I work with the special needs students. And it was a nice springboard. It didn't really get me anywhere though. I mean, don't get me wrong, it got me a fantastic credit union. The money that I was making, my wife and I combined it together, and that's going to be in another video. I'm going to start a relationship video series as well, because I'm just really tired of the way society is, and it's ridiculous. But aside from that, all that got you. So I had the job, making the money, attaining a goal, and then my wife got a tremendous opportunity to further, herself and where she wants to go, because she wants to do everything with computer networking, and I'm going to help her chase that shit as far as we can go, dude. But on the flip side of that too is you have to be willing to let people help you. And when you always deal with depression and anxiety, you get a sense of pride over it, dude. And then you really wonder if it's pride. Is it pride or is it helplessness? And a lot of the times the people that authentically deal with depression will tell you that you do feel helpless. You do feel like, everything that you're doing doesn't matter and it doesn't add up. And, I can sit here and safely say that it does. It really does add up. If I wouldn't have been so hardworking like I am now, or into all these projects that I am, I would never have ever gotten the opportunities that I've gotten to be a part of really big things that, students here at VVC will enjoy when I'm gone. We're getting a robotics curriculum. We're getting, we have a club established, albeit we have to get more members, but that's also beside the point. And we also, we have a great electronics program down here. And, I met my wife down here. Started out as friends, and, just over time, the more and more classes we took together, things sparked. But I don't want to bore everybody with those details. But as in relevance to my little talk here, it's that if I gave up at any time, I would never have had the things that I have now. And I would never have had the opportunity to pump up my wife, fill her with confidence, you know, volunteer her for every little thing. And I'm like, hey, dude, I'm going to drop her name like it's a damn A-bomb. And I'm going to be like, get her on it, get her on it. And I would do it again and again and again and again. Because, you know, that's me as a person. I'm always helping. And that's the funny thing about people that deal with depression and anxiety. We have the answers for everybody else. And we're able to help everybody else, but for some reason we can't help ourselves. And that shit sucks. For anybody that's ever dealt with it, or even if you're going through it right now, like, you gotta stop that shit, dude. You gotta get up and you gotta grab life. And, you know, if I had to be honest with you, dude, like, I'm not trying to be some huge internet sensation. Like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you just do it and, like, go chase your dreams and all that, because you should be doing that anyway. The thing is that you know who you are. You know what you want. You know who you like. You know how ultimately you want your life to be. And if you want it to be that way, you need to make it happen. You know, you need to get up and... I'm not going to say do it. You just need to get up and go achieve it. That's exactly what it is. Because you know what? Nobody's going to give you anything. You have to earn it. You earn somebody's affection. You earn somebody's respect. It's never given by a default. And you can really do it. I do it every day. It's like, yeah, some days, like today, I took a hit this morning. That's cool, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if I end up being overqualified, that's fine. But it's like my wife and I were even talking last night. Like, let's say she gets a great job, right? And she ends up going to Hawaii. And it's like, well, she's not going to go by herself. So no matter what I'm working, she's like, no, you're going to quit and we're going to go to Hawaii. I was like, all right, I'll get something small out there in Hawaii. Then we'll just, you know, we'll deal with it as it comes. Because that's the life we want. And honestly, in my life, you know, I never really told anybody what I want in my life. Like, what my penultimate goal is. My penultimate goal is to be a teacher. I want to teach. I don't want to teach any other subject other than IT, because I think it's fascinating. IT, I feel, is something that everybody can grasp and nobody's stupid. No, there's nothing limiting you from learning. And learning's absolutely free. Regardless of what anybody will tell you, no matter what a school will charge you, your ability to learn and your ability to master and grab a hold of your life is free. And you simply just need to get up and get out there and grab it. And, you know, it's hard to hold on to. You slip. You have those days where you do slip. But even if you slip, trust me when I say there's always somebody to pick you up. Always. And if you feel that there's not, look around. You are more than capable of making friends. You are more than capable of being more than you give yourself credit for. My biggest problem is I don't give myself credit for anything. I discount everything I do, because to me it's not like I worked hard, or it's not anything like that. Some people call it being humble. Some people call it being stupid. I call it being ridiculous, because you know what? As I sit here now and I'm making this, like, this may sound arrogant to some, but I think I'm a total badass. I out IT most people. I have knowledge in my head that I don't even know why I have it, and for some reason it's come up multiple occasions. And you know, even if no one out there is listening to me, there's a little squirrel right there. That squirrel has been here since I started. And you know, I'm sitting there thinking, hey dude, that's more than enough for me. And now the wind's picking up, so I probably, you know, this video will probably come out a little awkward now since it's windy. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it, even though I've been trying not to say this out this whole time. But seriously, get out there and do it, dude. Go live. Get the fuck out of that rut. You know, get out of those things that make you sad. Cut those ties that make you sad. Cut those things out of your life that you know hurt you, because there's no sense in them being there. Aside from wanting to be a teacher, I want to be a YouTube star. I want to stream old school games and have people ooh and ah at it. I like to show off. You know, I think that a lot of the old stuff's lost on the current generation, and let me show them where it comes from. I want to have fun with my wife. I want to be a professional gamer. I want to be a professional trading card game player. I want to go to tournaments. I want to go win. I want to lose. I want to live. And I want to smile. But that all starts with one step. And that's simply admitting to yourself that you can. And that's all I have to say on this matter. So, you know, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube as well as my Facebook. Yeah, I'll do both. I'll do the Facebook and the like and subscribe. But you know what? This is not about fancy editing or anything like that. I want my vlogging to be personal, unscripted, and just as it flows, dude. You guys all have a nice day.